GoDaddy Website Builder Tutorial 2023, how to build a website on GoDaddy for beginners. In this video, I'm going to be quickly going through how you can make a great looking website using GoDaddy. So I'm going to be taking you through a whole journey on how you can create a good looking store and a great functioning store using GoDaddy. So please do make sure to watch this video till the end and listen to all the information I have to provide you with. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, to get into the GoDaddy website, what you're going to do is you're going to go to your tab, and all you're going to do is simply just write website, okay, then world and media.com/GoDaddy. Okay, that's how simple it is. Website worldmedia.com/GoDaddy. Again, if we were to write it, website, no www, no nothing, website worldmedia.com/GoDaddy. I'll even leave the link in the description. It's going to be at the top. If you want to go ahead and just click on that, you could go, or you could just type it like me. And once you've done that, you're just going to click on enter. And once you click on enter, as you can see, you are going to be redirected to GoDaddy's main page, and here you are. So once you're over here, basically you can see your whole page has been designed and stuff. Now I was already signed in, so it gave me the option to just go ahead and get straight into the creation of the website. But yeah, now building a website shouldn't be that hard. Like nowadays there's like tons and tons of different website creation softwares or website creating applications, you could say, and they basically have pretty, in my opinion, complex website builders. And like, being completely honest, website building shouldn't be that hard because it's a pretty simple and robust thing to do. It is time taking, it is lengthy, but it's not difficult. So basically, I've used many platforms out there like Shopify, WooCommerce, and all that. They all work great, but they are pretty difficult to use for a beginner. And assuming that you're watching this video, I'll assume that you are a total beginner and you don't have a lot of idea on how you're going to create a website. So that's where GoDaddy comes in. Because GoDaddy, like obviously, as we know, it's pretty new and it's pretty famous. Like I'm pretty sure you've watched ads of GoDaddy on, maybe your YouTube, your Google, your, all that stuff. So we're just going to be, discussing all of this. And again, do know this, that GoDaddy is extremely easy to use, extremely useful, extremely resourceful. And yeah, we're just going to be going on a whole journey when it comes to GoDaddy. So again, this is the website. Come to it through website worldmedia.com/GoDaddy. Now, once you're over here, what we're going to be doing is, first of all, we're going to go ahead and create ourselves an account to get started. Now, to create an account, you're going to basically go to over here, click on sign in. And once you go over here, new customer, new to GoDaddy, create an account. So we're going to go here and create ourselves an account. Now, to create an account, you can use one of three things. You can either continue with your Facebook, your Google, or your email. Okay. Now, I'm going to continue with an email, and I'm going to be using a temp email for like right now. Okay. But what you can do is you can use your proper email, like, your Gmail, your Hotmail, Yahoo, whatever. But I'm just using temp mail, so just for the video purposes, obviously, because I don't, want to use a proper email right now. Now, once I've added this, they're going to give me my username automatically, and now I'm just going to add my password, and once my password is up to par, I'm going to go ahead and click on create account. Okay. Now, once you click on create account, it basically takes you to this section, okay? And over here, it asks you all these things. And these are basically stuff like choosing, in some cases, it's also going to ask you to basically choose a category and all that stuff. And that comes when you're, getting into creating an online store and all that stuff. So once we've signed up, go ahead and head straight into, the GoDaddy shop over here. Now click on start shopping. Now once you click on start shopping, you're going to come here and you're going to go over to create your website, and you're going to click on start for free. Now once you click on start for free, this is where you're going to get all these questions, all these different types of widgets you're going to get. So firstly, what kind of website do you want? What kind of website do you require? We use this information to basically provide photo and content recommendations. So Search for your perfect category. Suggested categories are cosmetics, beauty, and beauty supply. Then you have hair salon and stylist. Then you have spa, life coach, and photography. Okay, these are just the suggested categories. You can just go and pick up a proper category if you want to. Now, let's go ahead. Let's say my category, like what kind of website I want. Let's go with sports or sporting goods or something like that. Yeah, sport equipment. Let's go with that. Once you've gone with that, click on continue. Now, what should we call your website? This will be the name of your project. If you change your mind, you can always update it later, okay? Now, the name of your website could, it could vary. It could be in different shapes and sizes. So, it could be, let's say your name. So, my name as in John. So, I'm going to go with John Sport Shack, or you could go with John Sport Goods and stuff like that. So once you've chosen a name, you're going to click on continue, and here we are. How far along is your business or project? You're already on your way. We have tools to help. It's just an idea at the moment. It hasn't launched yet, but I'm working on it. It just launched recently and it's been running and up for a while. I'm gonna go with it hasn't launched yet, but I'm working on it. Okay. How exciting. What kind of site would you like to create today? I'll start with a coming soon page. Okay, that's the first option. Then it's I'd like to start building a full website. So this obviously totally depends on whatever you want to go with. You could start with a coming soon page, or you could start with building a full-on website if that is what you require. Okay, now to just go ahead and start with a full-on website, I just go with this because if you're planning on building a whole online store, that's the better option. So here we are. Great. Sit tight while we build your site. Now, obviously, it's gonna, once it's done all that, sometimes in some cases, it's also gonna ask you to, choose a plan. Okay. Now, when it asks you to choose a plan, you can just tell it that no, I want to go ahead with the free plan and stuff. So the plans, the three discrete plans, are going to be the basic plan, you have the premium plan, and then you have the commerce, and then the commerce plus plan. So if I were to go here and I'm going to write Godaddy, okay, pricing, okay, once you write that, you're going to head over to the plans and pricings for the website builder for Godaddy. So here we are. You have the basic, the standard, and the premium. Okay, so the basic is, this should be around, you could say, $6. Okay, this is $8 or something, $9, and then this over here is $13. So obviously these give you great features like website security, that is your SSL meaning secure socket layer, and you have custom domain connections, on the go editing, 24/7 support, you have guidance in analytics, you have great SEO or search engine optimization, social media and email marketing with different social media platforms and all that stuff. And it's like a whole bundle. It's all in one, and you can get it all through GoDaddy. Now, to obviously work with all of this in more detail, we're gonna go ahead and, like we've already discussed the pricings and everything, let's go ahead and discuss how can we put these pricings to good use. Okay, now to put it to good use, as we can see over here, we are, and here it's gonna say, let's go, welcome to John Sport Shack. In the 60-second tour, we'll show you the most important parts. Now, if you don't really need a tour, you can just like close it, because I don't really need a tour. You don't really need a tour because you're watching this video, and I'm going to give you a proper like outlook on how you're going to basically use all of this. So first of all, you're going to come here where they're going to give you, this whole outlook of this page. Now you're probably wondering what is going on over here. What is all of this? Now this is basically a template that GoDaddy provides you with once you, sign up with their program and come to this page. So this is, all the different stuff. So one of the first things that you're going to notice is these like blue things over here. You're probably wondering, what do these boxes do? Now, if I come here, it says add section. Now, as you can see, this box that surrounds, like, it's going to give you, a whole blue line. Now, this is a section from here to here. So this is a proper section, and these are, subsections in that big section. So like these small sections, combining them is what makes your whole page. So just make sure to understand the whole theory behind every section, and once you've understood the whole theory behind every section, understand how every section has a single discrete subsection, and how every single discrete subsection will, work with your page accordingly. So every subsection should also have a good design outlook, a good layout, because if like the layout for your section and stuff is not good, then like it won't really matter when it comes to, your editing and stuff like that. So, let's come here, okay? And once you're over here, we're going to click on add section. And once you click on add section, you get all of this over here, okay? Now, in all of these things, okay, what you're going to do is, first of all, you're going to have these pages over here. So this is the About Us page, the Contact Us page, the Photo Gallery, the Social, and the Subscribe page, okay? Now, these are pretty essential, okay, because every page has these. Like, if I were to, give you an example of a very famous online web store, Nike, okay? Let's go to Nike.com, and once we're in Nike, okay, here you can see Nike has a help page, okay? In that help page, you're gonna get like subcategories, and in those subcategories you have a contact us, privacy policy, terms of sale, terms of use, and all that stuff. And if you were to scroll down into their footer over here, you can get guides, terms of sale, terms of use, Nike privacy policy, your privacy choices, and all that stuff. So as you can see, once you go on add sections, these are pretty essential things, and they also come down in like, the popular widget of the section. And in the popular widget of the section, as you can see, again, it's pretty necessary to add these because, as I just showed you, it's essential. These are essential pages, you could say. Without these, your website is pretty empty. Now, obviously down here, more things are available. Like, you can add audio booklets, you can add live streams, you can add podcast streams if you want to. You can also add videos, you can add blog posts and all of that. Now, once you've added that, over here, let's say you're gonna come here, and over here, like, let's say if you want to add another section or you want to move the section a bit down, you can just click on these arrows. So as you can see, this moves the section down, this moves the section up, and all that stuff. Then here's the layout, okay? You can also change the layout. So as you can see, the layout right now is feature content with images, okay? Now let's say you want to change it to this, highlight service or team members. So that's what the layout is changed to, and that's what it's supposed to look, And again, there's like tons and tons of layouts that you can choose from, okay? There's not one layout, there's like tons of them. Now, that's how you can, move your items up and down and change your layout. Now, let's discuss on how you can, let's say, delete a section. Now, let's say I don't want the subscribe section. So all you're going to do is you're going to click on this and you're going to click on delete, okay? Once you click on delete, you're going to click on delete again. And yeah, that's about it. Look at that. The section is gone. Poof, out in the air. So now we are aware on how you can basically move a section up and down in a video, and we also know how you're gonna basically delete a section. Now let's go ahead and discuss how you're gonna duplicate a section, okay? So let's say I want to duplicate this section down here, okay? The contact us section. So to duplicate this, you're gonna come here on these three dots, and once you click on it, here it's gonna say duplicate section. Just click on that, okay? And once you click on that, let's just wait for it to load, and there we are. Now it's duplicated, and you can do different settings over here, like click on it. And once you click on it, obviously there's like different things that you can do to the texts over here. You can change it from contact us to order now or something like that. So if I were to write let's say order now, okay, I'm just gonna write that, and once you write that, look at that, it changed to contact us to order now. And then you have the headings and everything, so you can mess with that as well if you want to. And then you have the descriptions, John Sports Shack and everything, all that stuff, which is pretty essential. Again, now once all of that is done, I don't really need this, so I'm just gonna go ahead and delete it real quick. Now once you've understood the basics of that, let's go ahead and discuss more sections, okay? Now, as I said, to discuss more sections, just click on add section. And once you click on add sections, here you have tons and tons of different things. So firstly, you have, like I discussed the whole popular thing. Now, once the whole popular thing is down to the bone, you have different files in web. So let's say you can add different types of files. You can add different HTML, different PDF views, general items if you want to, and all that stuff, okay? Now, this is basically inside your website. Now, you're probably wondering that why am I limited to one theme? What if I want to add different themes? So don't worry. All you're going to do is you're going to come up here on themes and you're going to click on try a new look. Now, once you go on try a new look, as you can see over here, you're going to get tons and tons of different themes and templates. And in these themes and templates, you have modern, you have Kai, you have Libre, Basic, Script, Urban, Spaces, Bright, all that stuff. You have all of it over here, and they all work pretty well. They all work pretty great, and a lot goes on over here. A lot of things are messed around with. A lot of things, so you can see like great stuff to be seen with all these templates and themes. Now let's say I want to change to, let's go ahead with this theme. Okay, Slate. I like Slate. I like the look of Slate. I like what it has to offer, so I'm going to click on select Slate. Now once you click on select Slate, obviously as you can see, like it's not necessary that you can publish it right away. You can also go ahead and do a little bit of editing. So let's say I want to change the color scheme. Okay, let's change the color scheme to blue or purple or something like that. As you can see, not a lot of coloring is going on over here, so there you go. So you can change the text color, as we can clearly see. I'm going to go ahead and change it to a bit, reddish vibe. And once you change the color to, a bit of a reddish, you can also mess around with the paint of our site. You can paint it to, maybe a white. You can paint it to, a darker shade. You can go ahead with a full black if you want to. That's obviously totally dependent on you. You can also, mess around with the different fonts in your page. Now, the fonts, obviously, first of all comes the primary font. Now, the primary font is Archivo Black, okay? Now, Archivo Black is a pretty good font to go with. Pretty decent font to, mess around. But you can go with other fonts as well. Like, let's say you're more familiar with other fonts, like, you have April. Okay, April Fat Face, you have Bitter, Cabin, Caveat Brush, Chunk 5, and all that. Now, what I like about, all these fonts is that when it comes to GoDaddy, it provides you very fancy and good looking fonts. Like normal websites will not give you such good fonts, but GoDaddy is like the fun part about this is it's gonna give you all these fonts and it's gonna look pretty good, like pretty decent. As you can clearly see, like I just skimmed through all these fonts, and as you can clearly see, they look pretty fancy. They look like something you're gonna find on a menu booklet in a fancy restaurant. So once we've checked all of those out, let's go ahead and discuss something more fun in particular. So once you like what you see, you're just gonna go ahead and access the theme. Once you do that, you're gonna head over to your website. Okay, and once you head over to your website, over here basically you're gonna have your cover media. Now your cover media is basically what you're gonna get once you click over here in the top section over here. So just click on this. Now this is obviously your page's cover, and this is your cover media. And to change your cover media, you're gonna click over here. Okay, now once you've clicked on your cover media over here, you're gonna get different images. Like here's your current image. Now you can either fill it or you can fit it in. Now fitting it in is usually the best option. Filling it, I would not recommend filling it. Fitting it is better option. A full image looks much better. Then you have the inset, the blur, and all of that. Now let's say you want to add your own image. So to add your own image, you're just going to go on change image. And over here, as you can see, you can add your own image off of, your laptop or whatever you have. So let's say I'm going to add this image. Okay. Now, once I add this image, there's like tons and tons of options to edit it as well when it comes to GoDaddy. Like GoDaddy provides you a lot of good options. So let's say I'm going to insert this. Okay, now once this is inserted, I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that it's well fit, or you could also fill this one, whatever seems better to you. And once you're done with all this, I'm gonna go ahead on edit. And as you can see, once I'm on edit, there's like tons and tons of things that I can do with it over here. Let me just wait for the editor to load. The editor takes like a few seconds to load in, so please just make sure to wait for that. And here we are. Now the editor has fully and properly loaded. And once the editor is loaded, look at this. You can first of all give it to a few nice filters if you want to. Now once you've given it a filter, you can adjust the different things, like you have the exposure. So, mess around with that. You can increase the saturation if you want to, and you have the contrast and everything. So go ahead and change and mess around with that. Okay. Then you can crop it, add shadows, mess around with the opacity, blur it up, and, all the main essentials when it comes to, editing a basic photo. If you're familiar with, Photoshop and Lightroom and, that stuff, then this is going to be cake for you. This is going to be pretty easy. So once you're done with all this, you're going to click on continue, and you're just going to wait a few seconds, and look at that. It just exports that over here. Now, once this is done, there's obviously more settings that you can, go ahead with. So obviously, first of all, there's the overlay. So the overlay is like the zoom of the photo, or like, the opacity of the photo, of how much it's going to be visible to the audience. So you can change that stuff. Then you have more options down here. Now, the more options, this is like where you want the image to zoom in more. So like you could, take this a bit lower if you want to. Then you could zoom the image in as so. Like if I were to zoom in, look at that. It's going to zoom in over there, but I'm just going to keep it, at the bare minimum. There we are. Now, once all of this is done, you can also give a description to the image. So like if I write something, what it's going to do is it's going to put that under the photo. And like once you, put all of that stuff in, then obviously comes your text. Okay, now let's talk about the text. Now in the text, to mess around with the text, first of all, you have headline over here. So let's go with let's write John. Okay, I'm gonna write John's let's say cycling club. Okay, let's just write that. Pretty random thing to write, I know, but let's just write cycling club. Now once you write that, okay, now there's different things that you can do with this. So if you click on it, first of all, there's the alignment. So you can set the alignment to left, set it to right, and then set it to center. And you can also mess around with like the color of the top font over here. You can change the accent to this. You can change it, make it a bit less dark. You can make it white. I think black looks pretty good, so I'm going to keep it at that. And obviously there's your, you have your promotional banners and everything. So you can show promotion if you want to. That's totally dependent on you. As you can see, it starts showing the promotion up there. And then furthermore, what you can do is you have the action button. Now you're probably wondering what action button is. Basically, you can grab attention by giving users the action to take. So obviously, you can turn on the action button for get in touch and all that stuff. So John Cycling Club, let's name this book now. Let's name this button that. Now, this action button is called Book Now. Let's link it to, let's say, an email page. So they're going to book it to an email page. You're, going to put in your designated email. Okay, there's your email. Your subject could be booking a cycling session. Okay, you can write that. And then the body could be, whatever you like. So just write anything random. Once you write that, you're going to click on done. And look at that. So we just added a button over there, and looks pretty good. Looks pretty decent. I like what I've done. So yeah, once you're, good with that, once you're done with all of that, now what you're going to do is basically, let's go ahead and discuss about the essentials. You're probably wondering what the essential is. The essential is your, let me just go back to website. Let me go here. And look at this. Here you can see logo. Now you're going to click on logo, okay? And once you click on logo, as you can see, your logo is this, but let's say you don't want this. You want to upload a proper logo. So how are you going to create a logo for yourself? Don't worry, I have a great solution for you. And that solution is canva.com. Now, you've definitely heard about Canva. Why? Because, come on, it's like the most widely used art platform out there, and like probably everyone that I know uses it because it's that popular and it's that widely used. So all you're going to do is you're going to come to Canva, and up here you're going to write logo. Okay, so once you write logo, you're going to click on that, and here you can see you have different logo templates for yourself. So you can't just go with these logo templates, or you can, create one from yourself in blank. So I'm going to do this, okay? And once I do this, they're going to give us a blank canvas for a logo. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to go on the colors, and let's go with a blue vibe, okay? Now I'm going to go with that. I'm going to switch to elements, and you could write something like cycle or bicycle, whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead, write bicycle. Let's hope it gives us a good element. There we are. That is exactly what I'm looking for. And we're gonna centralize this. Okay, now once that looks good, what you're gonna do to, you know, make it look pretty funky and nice is, first of all, let's find a good font. So I'm gonna go with let's go, this looks pretty good. Let's go with this font. Okay, I'm gonna delete that. Here we are. Now, first of all, write John. Okay, I'm gonna write that, and once I write that, basically I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go and decrease all these things, okay, accordingly. So once all of that is done, just make sure to increase like the ratio of space that you give this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and increase it. Wait, let me tell you what's gonna happen here. You're gonna click on this text, you're gonna go in position, and you're gonna make sure to move it back. Okay, and once you move it back, you're gonna bring it here, and now you're gonna increase the size as much so that behind the cycle John's can be seen. So John's, there you go, it's centralized. I'm gonna make the text a bit, you know, by going on effects, you can make it a bit outline, make the outline a bit bold. So I'm gonna go on the black, make the outline a bit bold. There we have it. So John's, bring it a bit up. So John's, and then there's, you know, cycle and you know, John Cycling Club. So we're gonna copy this text, we're gonna paste it, we're gonna bring it down here. Again, we're gonna do the same for this, and you're gonna call it. Make sure this one is like in front of the cycle. Like we don't want both the texts at the back of the cycle because that just wouldn't make sense. Now, there we go, as so. Now, once you have that, all you're gonna do is you're gonna select all these things all together, and you're like just gonna increase them in size, not enough that it throws it out of the picture, but you get what I mean. And once this is done, as you can see, this is how it's gonna basically look. So John's Cycling Club. Okay, now once you're like, you know, done with this, you can also add different things on the top, like let's say borders, you know, add borders and stuff. So if I were to, you know, go and click on borders, let's, you know, add this, and I'm just gonna do this 180 degrees. That's perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and make this, you know, smaller. Okay, once that is done, you can make this white or whatever color, you know, suits you. Or you know what, that doesn't look too good, so I'm just gonna do that. And now we have a proper logo. So I'm gonna go and click on share. I'm gonna go on download, and once you go and download, make sure to download it as a PNG. No one wants a JPEG logo. Okay, so once you're done with that, now what you're gonna do, like once you're, you know, done with a whole logo, now download it. And once you're downloaded, you're gonna go to edit site, and here you're first of all going to go on upload a logo, and here you're going to click on upload, and here you have it in your downloads. I'm going to upload it. Now it's just, you know, going to take a few seconds to upload, so I'm just going to wait for it to, you know, do that for me. I'm just going to wait for it to upload, and there we are. Now once it's uploaded, I'm going to click on insert, and there you go. Now obviously we want a PNG. This is not a PNG. Okay, so like this is a PNG. Sorry, we want a background less PNG. Okay, we don't want the background. So what you're going to do is follow me. Okay, remove.bg, just write that. Okay, now once you write that, you're gonna come here where it's gonna, you know, show all this stuff. Click on upload image, and then just choose this image. Once you do that, you're gonna have the background removed. In some cases it might not remove the background properly for you, so you can just go on edit, and you can start erasing all the stuff by yourself. So, you know, you have all the blue stuff. Again, make sure that the blue stuff is gone. You can just tap on the blue parts of the photo so that, you know, it just makes it disappear. Make sure that it doesn't, you know, kill the whole black part of your photo, because we don't want that to, you know, leave us. So again, one by one, just start tapping on the blue stuff, and once, you know, the whole blue stuff is gone completely, that is when we're basically going to, you know, download this as our, you know, backgroundless logo. Again, just a few more strokes left, so let me just do that real quick. There's one over there, and there's like a tiny bit over there, so I'm just gonna remove that. And once all of this is done, there we are. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna click on download image, and there you are. Now we're gonna go on change image, go on upload. Okay, once you go on upload, there you are. There's your removed background PNG, and there you go. You're going to click on insert, and there we are. Now, make sure that the background for this has no gradient. Sure, the alignment, you could like choose the alignment to be on, align it left or something like that. And once that is done, you're good to go. Now, you're probably wondering that, no, this doesn't look good at all. So don't worry, just change it to this. Now, once you've changed it to white, you can clearly see your text. And yeah, so that is how you're, gonna upload a logo, and how you're gonna, mess around with everything that comes with, the themes of your website. Now, to, get into the more, you could say, hard technicalities of your online store, you can also add site navigations to make your site look much better. For that, just, add a home button in your navigation, or you can add more pages if you want to. So you can add, let's say a contact page. And once you add a contact page, obviously show in footer, show in navigation, new page, create page. So there you go. And once these pages are created, as you can see, they're added into your navigation, and it's going to look pretty nice and pretty professional. And again, if you want to delete a page, just click on it. And once you click on the page, go to this and just click on delete page, and you're going to delete a page. Now, you can also link a page. So let's say you're going to write YouTube over here, okay, just as an example. Now, once you do that, click on link to an external website, YouTube. Okay. Now, here we have the URL, make sure that it has www.youtube.com. We're just going to write that. We're going to click on create link. And once you do that, let's just wait for it to load. Okay, now if someone clicks on YouTube, look at that. They're going to be redirected. If they click on contact, they're going to be taken to the contact page. But if they click on YouTube, they're going to be taken to the YouTube page. So you get the whole point. And you can see how well that works, how good that, works for you. And it's pretty good stuff, okay? And then you can also reorder, like let's say you want the contact or the home to come under the contact, or maybe the YouTube to go over the contact. So that's how you're gonna switch the places of the navigation links and everything. And furthermore, you can also, do more stuff for your header. Again, you can add logos for, different promotional banners if you want to. Let's come here in promotional banner. You can add link for it. So if I click on add link for promotional banner, that's obviously going to be up here, as I told you. Now, this could be linking to your contact page. It could be shown on top of your page, and, all that stuff. And you can like switch the seasonal decoration to whatever you want. Spring would look pretty good in my opinion, and it could be an animated decoration. As you can see, it like turns on animation and it looks pretty nice. It's a good touch to your website, and in my opinion, it looks pretty good, looks pretty swell, and I would keep it there because in my opinion, it just gives, a good flair to our page. Now, once we're done with that, let's head on to home. Okay, let's head on to our home page. Now, once we're in our home page, basically you have all of this going on over here. So once you're over here, basically you can see all this stuff going on. I'm going to go ahead over to theme. Now, once you go to theme, again, we're going to go in color. And as you can see, you have the color for this button over here and all that stuff. So for changing the color of the button and stuff, what you can do is you can go in buttons. And once you're in this button, you can change the type of button you want. So let's say we want a bit of a transparent button. You can choose that. And then you can also disable if you want to use the theme color or not. Okay. And accordingly, obviously, you can change the color of the whole page if you want to by, let's say, select the custom color. You can change it to pink if you want to. You can change it to a gray beige if you want to. A pink looks pretty good. It matches with our page. And I'd say I like to keep it that way. Then obviously you have all these informational, you could say informational widgets down here, little layouts that give information regarding, your different products that come with your GoDaddy website. So let's say you have the products right here. So the editing goes same. You can change the style you want the photo to be in. It could be a fit image. It could be circle, square, portrait, landscape, panoramic. Okay, that depends on you. And you can also change the image accordingly if you want to. Then comes, this whole box, and in this whole box you can change the layout of the box accordingly. You can change the alignment of the text that comes with the box, okay, and change it as much as you want to. You can change it to the center, change it to the right, change it to the left. Okay, I'm gonna keep it in the center, looks much better. Then you have the section groups. So let's go to the first section group, and here let's say you can change it to this. So let's say professionals available. Okay, you can write something like that. You could write, you know, professionals are available to help with your daily bicycling. Okay, you can write stuff like that. Then also you can change the image or add a proper action button if you want to. Okay, that's also a pretty good feature to add to your store if you want to. And then furthermore, you have the different widgets. So I'm gonna click on done. Okay. Once you click on done, again, there's the whole header outlook of your page. Let's wait ahead, go to the header. There we are. And then there's, you know, more stuff to mess around with your header on. You can add a phone number if you want to. You have, you know, your themes. You can also add a slideshow, by the way. So to add a slideshow, as I said, you're gonna need to, you know, go to the layout of all of this. So I'm gonna click on this, then you go to layout. Okay. And once you go to layout, as you can see, you can add a proper image slider if you want to. You could, you know, feature content with smaller images and all that. So it depends on you on whatever approach you want to take to this. And then you can also obviously add images from your own gallery by if you click on this and you click on change image, you can change the image accordingly, obviously. And as I said, just click on add images. And once you click on add images, you're going to add images from, you know, uploaded from your own like desktop and stuff like that. So once all of that is done, you're, you know, going to have a whole layout and widget pile of images and that stuff. So now that we've, you know, discovered how to edit a header, how to make a logo, navigation, and, you know, all the stuff that we've talked about, you can also basically do more header customizations accordingly if you want to. And those header customizations obviously, you know, entitle different things like you could say updating your photos. And as I said, you can change the layout pretty easily by just clicking on layout up here, move the section up and down pretty easily, pretty simply. And it's pretty basic stuff. So yeah, now that we've, you know, discussed all of this, let's go ahead and discuss a more, you could say, you know, technical part. So this technical part is known as booking. So let's go ahead and discuss the booking section. Now, what is bookings? Bookings could be, you know, your appointments and all that stuff. So GoDaddy is pretty good when it comes to, you know, setting up bookings and all that stuff to your website. Now, you're wondering, why are bookings necessary to our website? Now, you're, you know, definitely making a page where you're, you know, gonna get, you know, it's a cycling club, and in that cycling club, people are gonna, you know, book something for your cycling club. So to do this, first of all, what you're going to do is you're going to save your own site. And we're going to just do this, and we're going to publish our site. Okay. And once you publish your site, don't worry, you can still edit it. This doesn't mean that your site is just gone and now nothing can be done about it. Don't worry. So to basically, you know, add an appointment and stuff, you're going to have to publish your site beforehand. You can't just get it in the start template. And once your, you know, website is published, you're going to head over to, you know, your website's dashboard. So let me just load that up. Okay. Now here we are. This is your website's main dashboard. And to go into, you know, your booking section, you're going to go to your website. Okay. As so. And once you're in your website, you're going to try to find the whole booking aspect of it. The booking aspect can be, you know, found in either your website editing mechanic, or it could be available in your My Business section. And as I told you, the booking is pretty necessary with how your website actually is. And again, make sure that the booking is proper, like it's the whole, could say, outlook of the whole booking scenario. It's pretty, make sure that it's pretty viable for the customers. It's pretty, the price is in a good range, and everything is, you know, exactly set according to plan. Because if like what people hate the most is when there's a website with, you know, things going on in it, but it doesn't really, you know, have a good yield to it, if that makes sense. Now, once all of, you know, this is done, what you're gonna do to basically get your basic, say, booking section is you're gonna go on ad section. And once you go on ad section, basically over here, you're gonna find commerce. Now in commerce, normally it could be in commerce, but just, you know, make sure to search around. And if you can't, you can just write booking or, you know, appointments. And once you write appointments and stuff like that, you're gonna get like categories according to what you've searched up, and they're gonna give you a proper outlook of all of this. So again, I can't emphasize enough on how important the whole booking section and everything is. And okay, so let me tell you one more thing, that the booking cannot be available on the free plan, so you're gonna have to get a plan upper than that. But if you have the upper plan, don't worry, you're gonna be easily able to add bookings. So as you can see over here, you can also put in your schedules. Okay, so adding the schedule is also pretty a pretty hefty and important task, you could say, because schedules are more likely to tell people more about your website, and what time your classes start, what time your sessions start, and all of that stuff. So again, pretty essential. Make sure to add this as quickly and as descriptively as you can. Then obviously comes the setting up of social links and making new pages for yourself. So to setting up your social links, what you're gonna do is basically, first of all, make sure that the rest of your website is well, and make a mindset of what type of pages you're gonna add, what type of links you're gonna set up. So for that, you're gonna basically come down into maybe your theme or something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna head into my socials by clicking on add section. Okay, and once you click on add section, down here you have socials, and once you have socials, you're gonna click on socials, click on add. Okay, now once you add these socials, it's gonna add the section in a few seconds, and there you are. Now all you're gonna do is you're gonna click on this section, and look at that, you're gonna get all of this where you're gonna add all the socials and pop-ups. So first of all, choose a good accent background. Now once you choose a good background, honestly I think white would look best. Now add a Facebook social, Twitter social, Insta, YouTube, LinkedIn. You're gonna add all the links for these, and once you've added them, obviously from here on out, what's gonna happen is your socials are gonna be easily added, and people, when they click on your socials, they're gonna be redirected to it, obviously. So that's how you're gonna add your socials. Okay, and you're also gonna be making new pages, link ups, and pop-ups. Okay, and you're probably wondering how you're going to do that. Pop-ups are pretty easy to implement in your store, and to implement pop-ups, all you're going to do is you're going to head over to website, and again, once you're in your website, you're going to go in ad section. Now either you're going to get your pop-ups over here, so you can search pop-ups. If you don't find pop-ups over here, what you can do is you're gonna go and add over here, and now either it could be a drop down in your case, or it could be just changed in your theme. And once you do that, just add a pop-up of your choice. Again, a pop-up is pretty easy and pretty simple to add, so just go ahead with the most basic look of a pop-up, or the most easiest to customize pop-up. Okay, so again, pretty simple to add. And the color scheme and the text and the linking needs to go, and the alignment also needs to go with like what your page has to offer. So do make sure that everything is obviously according to your page's algorithm. Everything is according to what's already been going on previously. And once you're done with all of that, just click on done, and once all of that is done, you're gonna head over back to your website. Okay, now, again, remember that you need a proper, as I told you, plan to, get you could say options. Like most people are gonna have shortcuts like services and that stuff down here. So to get those, you're gonna make sure to have the proper plan. Now, if you don't have the proper plan, you're just gonna get two things down here, messaging and pop-up. Now, messaging is this over here, where people are gonna contact you through like a message bot down here, and like that's pretty basic and pretty essential. Then there's the pop-up that I was discussing. If you click on enable pop-up, there you are. Now you can change an image for the pop-up, and you can change it according to however you like. Then also you can edit it accordingly. You can zoom into it if you want to. So let's say we zoom in, we are greeting them by saying hello. So just pull it back, and you can also bring it down if you want to. Okay, so there you are. Then you can change the alignment to maybe left, then you can change the alignment to right. In my opinion, the best would just be center, because for a pop-up, a center note would be good. So this could be welcome to the people. And once you welcome them, so you can write, "Hi everyone, thank you for tuning into my page. This is a cycling routine page where I give you great sessions for cycling with top rated professionals and at the best prices." Okay, you can write stuff like that. Make sure that there are no spelling mistakes. And once you've fixed everything, from there on out, just go down here. You can edit the settings of all these things, like you have the button label, so mess around with that. Okay, you're gonna need to set all of that up. Then you have the link to the page, the section on page, and you can also show delay pop-up. Now delay is like when someone comes to your page, the pop-up comes in like a few seconds. So yeah, once all of that is done, just click on done, and yeah, you're pretty much good to go. And obviously add more pages, because the pages are pretty essential. So add an about us page, a contact us page, add terms of service. And after terms of service, you can add terms of sale. You can add policy pages, privacy policy, and more of that. And another pretty important thing to add is the FAQ page. You're probably wondering what an FAQ page is. FAQ page are frequently asked question pages. Now, why are those important? Because, like, let's say people are, constantly asking you a question about your website. Like, there's one question that's pretty famous among people, like, what's the time of active hours in your store? Okay, now that's a pretty common and popular question for your website. Now, you can either just keep on going and going and going and answering people that question, or you can just create an FAQ page. And in that FAQ page, you can basically let people know that, okay, this question is asked a lot, and if you have this question as well, here's the answer. Thank you and goodbye. So that's like a good way to, save your time and, be polite to the people, and also just let them know what they want to know. So yeah, that's like another great thing to add to your website. Now, once we've discussed all of that, let's just go ahead, publish our website. Okay, I'm gonna click on save and publish. And once I am done with all of that, now we are gonna go ahead and we are gonna add ourselves a domain. We're gonna discuss on how you can get a domain. Right until now, we were obviously only using a free domain that GoDaddy gives us. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over to my dashboard. Okay, now I'm just gonna wait for my dashboard to load up. And obviously, like, once you go on publish, you get three things: on a domain I already own, get a new domain, and then you have free GoDaddy URL. Now, free GoDaddy URL, obviously, it's not the most attractive, but hey, that's what you get for free. Then it could be, stand out with a custom domain that GoDaddy gives you. And obviously you can change all that by going in the settings. And once you're in the settings, obviously you can get different forms for all that stuff. So basically, again, if we go back and edit website, and we see the three options that they give us for our domain. Now, the options for our domain, again, the best option in my opinion would be just get a new domain over here, or you can own a domain through places like Hostinger, and you also have other great flat platforms. You can even use GoDaddy as itself, because GoDaddy, like, one of the most biggest reasons that GoDaddy is famous is for having its very own custom domains. So you can just go ahead and click on get a new domain and click on continue. So as you can see where it says find your perfect domain name, so you can just choose from any of these. Okay, totally depends on you, and just choose whatever looks best, and whatever does look best, just go ahead with it, make a purchase, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You're gonna be good to go. So these are like all the necessary settings that need to be made with GoDaddy. Obviously, like, it's pretty simple, as you can clearly see, to use GoDaddy. I just created a website in like quickest way and the quickest timing, and right in front of you. So you have the whole example, you have the whole outlook on how everything is going to be made, and then there's like a few essential settings that you're going to keep for your GoDaddy website. And to mess around with those settings, you're again gonna go back right into the edit website section, and you're gonna come here into the top right where it says edit settings. So first of all, you can unpublish a website from here. You can also manage the domain from here. Then you have the basic information. Now, your basic information, which is over here, okay, is first of all your site name, which is John's Sport Shack. Okay, then you have the business category where you have the sports equipment and everything. Then obviously you have the email where you can, add your email and all that. But obviously these aren't your necessary or essential settings. The essential setting is your favicon. Now, your favicon is what, it's going to appear up here. So make your website look more professional by adding a unique icon in the browser tab for your website. So obviously we're going to upload the one we just picked off. So I'm going to choose that one. And once you choose that, there you go. Now you have a proper favicon. So when someone, this is your favicon up here. So as you can see, TempMail has this, GoDaddy has this. So make sure to have a good and well favicon. And once you've done that, you're going to click on done and you're good to go with the favicon. Then you can also come down here, make sure to set good social media links as I told you. So these are your social media links. Make sure to keep these. Now, once you have these, then obviously down here, you can get different things like your Google Analytics. This is obviously for your Google SEO. And your Google SEO is pretty necessary because using this, you're more likely to appear on Google's, main webpage and that stuff. And yeah, it's pretty necessary to have this by your side because this setting is what, leads to more views on your website. It leads to more people arriving at your website for, what you have to offer and all that stuff. So pretty necessary to have this. And I just recommend that you get this as soon as you can. Now, once we have all of this, that's pretty much gonna be it. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Now, if you enjoyed watching, please do make sure to drop down a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please let me know down in the comments below. And one more thing, I were to remind you again, the way you're going to come to GoDaddy again is there's a link in the description. It's like going to be at the top of the description. So you can just go ahead and click on that. Or again, you can just come here and write websiteworldmedia.com/GoDaddy. And yeah, from here on out, you're going to be redirected to the GoDaddy website. And this is how simple and easy it is. So yeah, that's about it. That is how you're going to create a website using GoDaddy. Now, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching till the end. Drop down a like, subscribe to the channel. And yeah, I hope you all keep having a great day. That was all from me, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.